Welcome, I'm Robin. We've been working on an introduction to Ashtanga, a series called Cultivate Patience. And today we're going to incorporate all of the standing postures into a fun flow that's not Ashtanga, but it's using all the postures. It'll be a mandala flow, a circular flow around our mat. So I hope you enjoy it, a chance to practice the postures in a little bit of a different way. We're going to get started on our mats in child's pose. If you want to get some blocks handy, you can grab those. Your knees can be wide or they could be together. Reach your hips towards your heels. Rest your forehead down on the mat or a block or stacked fists. Just taking a moment to feel the support of the earth beneath you. To scan your body and see how you're feeling today. And see if you can focus in on your breath and let everything else go. Whatever was happening before this time and whatever will happen after the practice. Taking this time for you to move with your breath. To find that internal focus. Maybe starting to come into your Ujjayi breath here, breathing in and out through your nose if that feels comfortable. Just gently constricting the back of your throat. Maybe setting an intention or a dedication here for your practice. Take a deep breath in. And a complete exhalation, let it all go. And then come up to all fours. Inhale, lift your tailbone, open up your front body, cow pose. Exhale, round your spine, start to reach your hips again towards your heels in a modified child's pose. And then again, inhale, come forward, cow. Exhale, round, sink your hips back towards child's pose. One more like that. Inhale, come forward, maybe look up. Exhale, round, press the floor away, tuck your chin towards your chest and take a big stretch back. And then inhale, come forward again as if you were going to cow pose, but you're going to tuck your toes and lift your knees to a hover. Press that floor away, widen through your collarbones. Find that long spine, long neck, gazing just at a point in front of your fingertips or a little bit in front of your mat. Another inhale here. And then exhale, lift your hips, down dog. You can pedal out through your heels. You can shake your head. This will be a powerful flow. You don't have to do everything that I say. Listening to your body. You can always replace down dog with a child's pose. Stay in all fours. Seeing what works right at this moment. From your down dog, you're going to roll forward like a wave to your high plank position. And then lift your hips, down dog. We're going to do that 2 more times. Roll forward, plank. Lift your hips, down dog. Warming up through our wrists. 1 more like that. Roll forward, high plank. Lift your hips, down dog. Now roll forward to high plank and come to your elbows to a forearm plank. Your forearms are making the number 11, or maybe you're clasping your hands together. You can always drop to your knees here. You're going to lift your right foot up just a couple of inches, flexing through the foot, keeping your hips nice and steady. Lower the right foot down. Switch, lift your left foot up just a few inches, getting really long through the spine. Lower down. Again, lift the right leg. Lower, lift the left leg. Lower. 1 more each side. Right leg lifts. Lower, left leg lifts. Lower. Where your elbows were, come back up to your plank position. Good. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Send it back. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. Send it back. Again, right knee comes in. Send it back. Left knee comes in. Send it back. 1 more each side. You can always drop to the opposite knee. Left leg comes in. And back. Lift your hips, down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Another big breath in. And big breath out. And then look forward to your hands and step forward. Take a half lift to lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale your hands through your heart to your side. So hopefully you're feeling warmer in your core. We're going to do a lot of core work today, as well as the Ashtanga standing postures with some extra postures thrown in. All right, sun salutation A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold in half. You can bend your knees. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step back to the plank. Lower to your belly or chaturanga, low push-up position, knees up or down. Inhale into cobra or up dog, thighs off. Exhale, down dog. Take 3 breaths. Instead of the traditional 5 for the Ashtanga sequence that we've been practicing. 1 more breath here. Look forward to your hands and step or maybe hop forward. Take a half lift to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Right away, fold in half again. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step or hop back into your chaturanga or to your belly. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take 2 breaths. Look forward to your hands and step or maybe hop forward and take a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. 1 more. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. You can skip the chaturanga and the cobra and go right to down dog at any point. Take 1 breath here. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Feeling a nice stretch in the back of your legs. When you get there, bring your feet about 2 fists apart. We're going to take Padangusthasana now. Wrap your big toes with the yogi toe peace grip. thumbs as a bottle cap. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Reach your elbows to both sides of the room. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. You can bend your knees here. If you can't reach your toes, you can hold on to your ankles or anywhere along your leg. Just gently opening up through the back of the leg, lengthening the spine. And then inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, slide your hands underneath your feet so that your toes touch your wrists. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. You can put a little weight into the balls of your feet here. Give a little massage to your wrists that we've started to work. Or you can repeat the previous posture if this is not possible today. And then inhale, half lift, look up. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, release your breath. Turn your toes out, your heels in, widen your stance. Bring your hands to your heart and come down into a yogi squat malasana. Reach your heart towards your thumbs. Open up through your inner thighs. You can always grab a block and stay here. Or we're going to take a couple little baby frog hops towards the top of the mat. So plant your hands down, lean forward, lift your butt up, little hop. All the way to the front. And then let's go back. Making this fun. If it's not fun, stay at the back of your mat. Pause in your malasana, yogi squat. And then walk your hands out so that you are in a plank position. Pause here. You can take some chaturanga push-ups, or you can go right to down dog. If we're doing the chaturanga push-ups, knees up or down, bend your elbows back, go down with a nice wide chest, press the floor away. Strong legs, lower down, press back up, one more, lower down, press back up, lift your hips, down dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Drop your back heel down. Rise up, warrior one. Another breath here. Exhale, hands to the mat and vinyasa. Other side, left foot comes forward, right heel down. Rise up, warrior one. Squaring your torso to the front. One more inhale. Exhale your hands down and flow or not. Listening to your shoulders. Big breath in. Big breath out. Another big breath in. And big breath out. Lift your right leg up high, three-legged dog right behind you, keeping your hips square. And then draw your right knee into your chest, shift your shoulders over your wrist, core plank. Lower that knee towards the mat, lift it back up. Lower down, lift it up. One more, lower down, lift it up, and then step the foot right in between your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot, maybe adjust the distance in between your heels, and rise up, high lunge. Torso faces forward, your arms are shoulder distance or together. You can keep your gaze straight forward or you can look up. Feel a nice stretch in the hip here. You could stay right here or start to put a bend in your left knee, lower it down to a hover, lift back up. Again, lower down to a hover, lift back up. One more time, lower down to a hover, Lift back up, lower all the way down to the mat so that your right knee is over your ankle. You can put some padding under your left knee if you need. You're not right on the kneecap, but a little in front. Take your hands to your heart. Twist to the right. You could stay upright or you can hook your elbow here, pressing your hands together, reaching your heart towards your thumbs. Feeling this twist from above your navel. Another breath here. And then place your hands down to frame your foot. Step back to a plank. Go through a vinyasa, or not. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up high behind you. On your exhale, draw your knee into your nose, shoulders over your wrists. Lift it up. Lower it down towards the mat. Inhale, lift it up. Lower it down towards the mat. One more, lift it up as high as you can, and then step the foot in between your hands. Adjust the distance in between your feet, left knee over your ankle, and rise up. High lunge, crescent lunge. Torso faces forward, arm shoulder distance, or maybe together. Feeling this nice stretch on the left side, lengthening your tailbone. You could stay right here, put a bend in your back knee, start to lower it down to a hover. Lift it back up. Lower it down to a hover. Lift it back up like an elevator, lower straight down to a hover. Lift it back up, lower all the way down. Take your hands to your heart, twist to the left, stay upright, hook your elbow outside of your left thigh, press your hands together and reach your heart towards your thumbs, your shoulders away from your ears, nice level hips. Breathing as you twist. Another breath here. And then unwind. Place your hands down, lift your back knee, step back to a plank, go through your flow, or go back to downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Look forward to your hands and step or hop forward. Bend your knees, chair pose. So your legs can be together or they could be wider. Lengthen your tailbone. Arms extended or in prayer. Gaze straight ahead or up. Take another inhale. And exhale, hands down and fold. Widen the distance in between your feet and come back to your Malasana Yogi squat, and you could stay here. Or you could practice crow pose, taking your hands down, still scooping in that belly, reaching your knees around your triceps or into your armpits. Look forward and maybe just stay here, gazing forward, or lifting up one or both feet for 3. Maybe shoot it back in 2. And 1. Shoot it back or step back from your crow or your Malasana into your up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Drop to your knees. Take child's pose. Reach your hips towards your heels. You could turn both palms up. Rest your head on the mat or a block, or maybe your fists if that feels better. You can roll out through your wrists. You can take any movement here in your child's pose. A few breaths here before we start to flow again. Tent up on your fingers. Walk your hands over towards the right side of your mat. Take a big side body stretch. You could take your left hand on top of your right hand. Reach that left hip towards your left heel. Or you can just stay in your child's pose. Come back through center over to the other side. Right hand on top, big side body stretch. And then come back to center. Make your way downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up high behind you, three-legged dog. On your exhale, draw your knee to your nose, core plank. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, right knee, left tricep under your body. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Rise up, high lunge, crescent lunge. Open up, triangle pose. So your right leg is facing the front of your mat. You're bumping your left hip, reaching and hinging. Maybe you're looking up at your left thumb or you're looking down. You can rest your right hand on your shin or maybe you take it to a block. Feel a lot of length all along the side body. Another breath here. And then inhale, come back up, arms active. Step your left foot out a little bit. We're coming into revolve triangle pose. Take your right hand to your right hip as you hinge forward. And you could take your left hand on the inside of that foot or on the outside, maybe to a block or to the mat. You can reach your right arm up, maybe look up or look down. Feel a big twist here. If it doesn't work for your body to twist, just stay in a forward fold with your legs separated. One more breath. And then look down to exit. Inhale, rise up to the back of your mat, Skandasana, a side lunge. Left knee over your ankle. Your back foot could be down or you can lift it up. Shift again to the front of your mat. Shift again to the back of your mat. One more each side, to the front and to the back. Good. And then turn towards the back of your mat. So now you're in a high lunge again, squaring your torso to face back. You can keep your hands in prayer and stay here, or you can goal post your arms, lean forward. Reach your arms forward, draw your arms back, your elbows back, like a lat pull. Reach your arms forward, draw your shoulders back. One more, reach forward, draw your elbows back, feel your back working. And then put more weight into your front foot, your left foot. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. We're going to take a standing balance here, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. You can take your left hand to your hip or out to the side. You can hold on to your big toe and straighten your leg. You could fold over the leg. Hold here. Steady breath. If you're folded, come back up and open up the leg to the right. Maybe look over your left shoulder, challenging your balance. Still standing up nice and tall. Pulling up your pelvic floor. Pulling in and up your low belly. Then bring your right leg forward. I'm going to turn towards you. Straighten your right leg, point your ankle, reach your arms up, which is not Ashtanga, but we're going to lift our arms up here. Feel that quadricep working. Hold for 3, 2, 1, lower the leg down, other side. Weight comes into your right foot. Lift your left knee up. Hold on to the shin or the ankle or the big toe. You could fold over the leg, especially if it's straight. Or you can stay upright. If you folded, come back up and then open up the leg to the left. Maybe look over your right shoulder. Feeling that external rotation at the hip. Then draw the leg back forward. Maybe take a little bow over the leg, bent or straight, and then straighten it if you can. Feel that quadricep working. Lift your arms up, hold, don't lean back. Soften your face, smile for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down. So that was your left leg. And you're going to step your left foot out with your legs wide and your feet parallel, and then you're going to rotate that right leg so that your toes face the back of your mat and put a bend in your right knee. We're coming into side angle pose with our right leg bent. You can take your right forearm, I'm not mirroring you, your right forearm to your right leg. You can lift your left arm straight up. You could take it over your ear, feeling a big stretch from the pinky side edge of that back foot all the way to your fingers. You can also lower your hand down, maybe using a block on the outside of that front foot. See where you want to go. As you spiral your ribs upward. And then inhale, rise back up to the front of your mat for side angle. Parshvottanasana. Take your left forearm to your left thigh. Your right arm can go straight up. Or you can take a big sweep over your ear. Drawing your ribs up towards the ceiling. Maybe lowering your hand down in Ashtanga. It's on the outside of the front foot. Taking those slow, even breaths. 1 more. And press into your feet. Inhale, rise back up. We're turning back to the back of our mat, coming into a revolved crescent lunge or side angle lunge with your back heel down. You could take your hands to your heart, stay upright and twist like we did with our knee down, or hook your elbow. And you can stay here, or you can split your hands. You can also drop that back knee down, or lift the back heel up. And traditionally, you take the arm over your ear here. Make sure you can breathe in your twist. 1 more breath. And then inhale, come back up to the front of your mat. Same thing. Adjust the distance between your hands, between your feet. Maybe lift up your back heel. You could stay upright. You can hook your elbow. You can split your hands. You could drop your back knee as we did before. You can reach your arm over your head. Place your hand on a block or a book. Trying to keep the bend in your left knee. Knee over ankle, tracking with the middle of your foot as you revolve your ribs up towards the ceiling. Shoulder away from your ear. 1 more breath. And then inhale, come back up, parallel the feet, extend the arms. Exhale, take your hands to your hips, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hinge forward. You can take your hands right in between your feet, chaturanga arms, and reach the crown of your head towards the floor. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. If your head touches the floor, you're welcome to come up into a tripod headstand or a bound headstand if you prefer. Otherwise, you're pulling in your belly, drawing your kneecaps up towards the sky, feeling your feet root down as you lengthen your whole spine. You could stay half lifted instead if that works better for your body. If you are up in a headstand, start to lower your legs down into a straddle, nice and slow. And then inhale, half lift, look up. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale out your breath. Inhale, reach your arms out to the side. Exhale, take your hands to your hips for B position. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. So you can keep your hands on your hips, drawing your elbows in towards one another, reaching the crown of your head down towards the mat. If that doesn't work, you can take your hands to the floor or your legs. Take another breath here. And then inhale, rise back up, press into your feet, and slowly come up. Inhale, stretch your arms out to the side. Exhale, take your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold. For C position, you can use a strap here or an imaginary strap as you reach your arms up and over your head as if they were going to touch the floor in front of you. They don't have to today. Or take any other version. Then press into your feet. Inhale, rise back up nice and slow. Exhale, take your hands to your hips for D. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Take your hands to your big toes, yogi toe grip. Inhale for length. Exhale, fold. Retracting your shoulder blades. Feeling that long spine. And then inhale, half lift, look up. We're going to turn our left foot towards the front of our mat. Walk our hands on the inside of that foot. Step your left foot back so you're in a plank. You're welcome to go right to child's pose if you need, or start to draw your right knee into your chest, send it back. Left knee into your chest and back. You can go nice and slow, or you can pick up the pace for some mountain climbers. Getting some more cardio in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause in your plank. Lower down chaturanga or skip it. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more big breath in. And big breath out. All right, we made it around the mat once. We have another side to do. Are you ready? Inhale, lift your left leg up high behind you, three-legged dog. On your exhale, draw your knee to your nose, shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale it back. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Inhale back. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Rise up, high lunge. Oh, feels good. Open up to the side. Wide-legged stance, and then triangle, second side. Left toes face the front. Bump your right hip back. Reach, 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 and hinge. Maybe looking up, maybe looking down, maybe using a block. Maybe grabbing the big toe. One more breath. And then inhale, come on up. Step your back foot out a little bit for revolve triangle pose. Take your left hand to your left hip, reach forward, hinge at that hip crease. Take your right hand on the inside of that foot or on the outside. Both legs straight or almost straight. And keep your left hand on your hip, or you can lift it up. Energetically scissoring your inner thighs towards the midline. Drawing your shoulders away from your ears. One more breath. And then inhale, rise back up. Take a side lunge, a Skandasana to the back of your mat. Shift forward to the front. Again, shift to the back. Shift to the front. One more, shift to the back. Shift to the front. Good. And then shift to the back, turn to the back in a high lunge. Left knee over your ankle. I'm on the ball of my back foot. You can stay right here with your hands in prayer, drawing your thumb knuckles to your heart center and feeling your breath. Or you can goal post your arms, lean forward about 45 degrees. Extend your arms forward, and as if you were pulling through molasses, draw your elbows back. Feel your lats work. Again, inhale, reach forward. Exhale, draw back. One more, inhale, reach forward. Exhale, draw back. And then draw your left knee into your chest. Take tree pose. So your foot can go anywhere along your right leg. Or you can take lotus, Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana, as we were working in our series. So if you're taking the lotus position, you want your thigh bone and your knee to face down, and you could take your left hand behind your back and hold your elbow or maybe your big toe and fold forward if you can. You don't have to. Or you're staying in tree, maybe growing your branches. If you folded, inhale, look up. Exhale there. Inhale, rise all the way up. And everyone draw your knee forward or release the pose. All right, other side. Take your right foot for tree, Vrikshasana, anywhere along the leg, not your knee. Or maybe you're taking the lotus. If you have the big toe, you can fold forward, no rush. If you're in tree, you can grow your branches. If you folded forward, inhale, half lift, look up. Exhale there. Inhale, rise all the way up. And release the posture, whichever one you are in. Good. And then step that right foot out so that you're in a wide-legged stance again. And we're going to turn our right foot to the front of your mat and your back foot angled out to the side, about 45 degrees for Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. So you can take reverse prayer behind your back or grab opposite elbows or take your hands to frame your foot. Inhale for length, exhale, fold. Drawing your right hip crease to the back of the room. You can stay halfway or you can melt your heart down. You can look at your big toe. Drawing your shoulders away from your ears, feeling that big stretch in the back of your right leg. Press into your feet. Inhale, rise back up to the back of the mat. Keep your hands where they are if you can. Inhale for length, exhale, fold. Reaching your chin towards your shin without forcing it. You can always place a bend in the knee. And then inhale, come on up, parallel feet, extend the arms. Turn your toes out, your heels, and sink down into a goddess squat. You can shift a little forward, side to side. You can goal post your arms. You can take little pulses up and down, widening through your sitting bones, through your inner thighs, lengthening your tailbone. For 3, 2, and 1. Fold forward. Start to walk your hands over towards the front of the mat, turning your right toes in, lifting up on the ball of your back foot, stepping back to a plank. All right, one more. You can come in nice and slow, knee to your chest, working that core, or you can run it out. We're almost through the sequence. You've got this. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause in your plank. Go right to down dog or take your vinyasa. Big breath in. Big breath out. Look forward to your hands, step or hop forward, right into chair pose. Lengthening your tailbone. Take your hands to your heart, pull in your low ribs, twist to the right, maybe hooking your elbow or splitting your hands. Pulling that low belly in, one more breath here. Come back to center, twist to the left. Maybe splitting your hands here. One more breath. Unwind and fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Rise up, warrior one. Keep your gaze where it is. As you transition to warrior one, facing the back of the mat, straighten your right leg. Turn towards the back, bend your left knee. Your arms could be shoulder distance. They could be in prayer on your hips instead. Take another inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Gaze over your left middle finger. Open up through that left hip. Strong through both arms with soft shoulders. Another breath here. Straighten your left leg, turn to the front, warrior two. Torso right up over your pelvis. Softening your shoulders, maybe looking at your right fingers if that feels comfortable for your neck, or giving your neck a little roll. Anchoring through the pinky side edge of your back foot. One more breath here. And then place your hands down to frame your foot. Step back to a plank. We're not going to do the mountain climbers. We're going to come down to our forearms. For a forearm plank, your knees can be up or down. And we're going to take a side forearm plank. Roll your right forearm in. Lift your left arm up. You could stagger your feet or stack them or drop your knee down. Little hip lifts here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, forearm plank. To the other side. Lift your hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your forearms. Hold in your forearm plank. Press that floor away. Pull up and in your belly. Lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. You've got this. You are so strong. We just did all those standing postures of the Ashtanga primary sequence with some extra ones thrown in. One more breath here. And then lower your knees, untuck your toes, lower your hips, pull your heart forward. You're in Sphinx pose. Look over your right shoulder. Come back to center, look over your left shoulder. Again, look over your right shoulder. You can always come down lower, no pain in your back. Come back to center, look over your left shoulder. Come back to center, lower all the way down. Take your hands down by your sides. Scoop that belly in. Gently press your pubic bone down. And with your palms up or down, press into your palms. Roll your shoulders back away from your ears. Lift your chest up. Just try to get some length here. Maybe lift your legs up too. No wider than your hips. Maybe reach your arms up or clasp your hands behind your back. Getting really long, drawing your shoulder blades onto your back body. Another breath. And exhale, lower. Bring one cheek to the mat. You could wiggle your hips. You can repeat that posture, or you can bend your knees for bow pose, Dhanurasana, holding on to your ankles or your feet. Thigh bones no wider than your hips. Coming back to center, pressing your feet away, opening up through your chest. Flexing or keeping your ankles pointed, or repeating the previous posture. Another inhale. And exhale, lower down, other cheek to the mat. You can windshield wiper your legs. And then straighten your legs. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. With knees down or knees up. Press up to a plank, knees up or down. Lift your hips, down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Another big breath in. And big breath out. And then widen the distance in between your feet if you would like, so you can slide through. Little baby steps if necessary. Flex your ankles, reach through your big toes, hands by your hips, sitting up nice and tall, Dandasana staff pose. One more breath here. And then fold forward over your legs, grabbing your big toes with the peace grip for Paschimottanasana. You can always put a bend in your knees here or sit yourself up on something like a blanket. Trying to keep your spine nice and long. And then inhale, look up. Exhale, take the sides of your feet or the bind if you can. Inhale for lengthen, exhale, fold. Not forcing any stretch. But seeing what's possible for your body. As you lift up through your pelvic floor, pull your lower belly in. And then inhale, look up. And exhale, release. All right, take your hands by your hips or grab your blocks to do this. Cross your ankles, press in, take a little swing, and then lower down right into boat pose. So you can hold on behind your thighs, you can extend your arms, you can extend your legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross the other shin on top, press into your hands, lift your butt, maybe lift your legs. Lower down, one more boat. We're going to come to low boat if you can. Legs bent or straight for 10, 9, long spine, 8, 7, 6, 5, maybe come to low boat. Oh, my microphone. Hollow out your belly, look at your toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your head, reach your arms over your head, get a big stretch. Oh, so much core. Hope you feel great. Draw your knees into your chest. You can make circles of your shins on the ceiling. Open up your arms to a T or goal pose. Drop your knees over to the left and look to the right. Spine twist, any version of spine twist. Use your core, bring your legs back to center and switch. Knees go to the right, maybe gaze to the left. And then come back to center for your inversion. You can lift your legs straight up. You can put a block under. You can come to shoulder stand, or you can take a headstand. 1 minute. Coming down whenever you need. If you're in legs at the wall, you can even find a wall in your home. You could flex and point your ankles or open your legs into a straddle. If you are in shoulder stand and want to take your legs over your head for plow pose, if that feels safe for your neck, you can do that. Or around your ears for ear pressure pose if you're in the shoulder stand sequence. If you're in headstand, you can come down at any point and take child's pose. And whenever you want to release out of shoulder stand, you can make your way down and take a fish pose. If you're in the restorative version, you could stay as long as you like and come down whenever you need. You could take a restorative fish with your blocks, or you can prop up on your forearms and puff up through your chest and drop your head towards the mat, if that feels okay for your neck. Or use your props hips, one under your shoulder blades, one under your head. If you were in headstand and in child's pose, you can make your way back onto your back. Take any final postures. You could take a happy baby, a figure four. If you're in a restorative fish pose, you can butterfly your legs. Bring the soles of your feet together. And then whenever you are ready, make your way to Shavasana. Staying in fish or taking traditional Shavasana, maybe with pillows or props underneath your knees. You can cover up with a blanket. You can place a washcloth or something over your eyes. Releasing control of your breath. And just feeling your body melt down into the mat. Quieting your mind, quieting your body. You can stay here as long as you would like. You could press pause. But if you're ready to come back, invite small movements into your body. Maybe taking your hands to your thighs if you're in butterfly and straightening your legs for a moment. You could reach your arms over your head or grab opposite elbows over your head. And gently come to one side. Carefully coming off of any props that you may have been on. So pause and reflect on your practice. Just notice how good you feel. Feeling all this energy and love from within. And take your time to press yourself up to a seat. Any comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall. With a soft gaze or eyes still closed. Bring your hands to heart center. To honor this space, our practice and each other. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I cannot wait to see you in person. We will close with the sound of Om if you would like to join in. Om. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Let me know in the comments how you enjoyed it, how it feels different from the Ashtanga sequence if you've been following along with that series. And if not, maybe start to join. We're going to be getting into a lot of fun seated postures, which is really challenging for the core. So we did a lot of core work today. So subscribe, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and I hope to see you tomorrow.